Carpool karaoke with the Late Late Show's James Corden is one face of Lady Gaga. Her introspective new hit album is another. This morning, she's talking to Lee Cowan for The Record.
I used to come here probably 4 times a week to John's memorial.
4 times a week?
Yeah, I was so inspired.
On a warm fall day in New York's Central Park, Lady Gaga came to pay her respects to John Lennon.
Berry fields forever.
It was an unannounced visit, and yet it became an event. Everything around Lady Gaga becomes an event. But by Gaga standards, it was all pretty tame.
Love is all you need.
It seems like you're more Lady now than Gaga, if that
Really?
makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Today. What about tomorrow?
There was a time when the one thing you could count on from the theatrical pop diva was outrageousness.
I wanna hold them like they do in Texas, please.
After all, she put meat dress in the fashion dictionary. She wasn't style over substance, though. Her 6 Grammys are proof of that. It was just part of the package.
Here we go.
But her latest solo album, her 5th, called Joanne, is a toned-down diva.
I can't wait to smoke them all. Hold back like mom.
I think that when people see me with less makeup on and less of what I was doing before.
There's a sense you've evolved into something
Right.
else.
Right. Oh, it's less now, or it's. But you know, I don't know that you can put a label on growth. You know, I'm just me. Just growing up. I'm 30. You know, it's just what I want to do now.
She debuted the songs in what she called her dive bar tour. While there is plenty of dance pop for her Little Monster fans, the album is not, as she puts it, one big party.
There was a lot of crying, a lot of pain, a lot of learning about myself.
Take my hand, stay Joanne.
The title track, Joanne, written with producer Mark Ronson, is about her father's sister, Joanne Germanata, who died of lupus at age 19, before Gaga was born. Gaga's middle name is Joanne, and it's also the name of her parents' Italian restaurant on New York's Upper West Side, where we met.
Playing the music for my father for the first time was very powerful, and my grandma too.
How'd they react?
It was interesting. My father was very, very emotional, and my grandmother was too, but she held my hand and she said, I hope, my dear, that you won't be too maudlin while you're putting this music into the world. And what I think she meant by maudlin, it's such an old word, is she didn't want me to have an obsession with the death of my aunt.
And if you say something that you might even mean,
She calls Joanne her most honest record yet,
'cause you've given me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons.
including a song called Million Reasons, about the heartache of relationships.
I bowed down to pray.
Gaga's own engagement to actor Taylor Kinney ended this year, after 5 years together.
I think women love very hard. We love men, we just love with everything we have. And sometimes I don't know that that love is met with the type of dignity that we wish it would be met with. You know, we're not trying to make you less of a man. We just want you to love us as deeply and as wholesomely and as fully as we love you.
Girl, where do you think you're going?
It all makes for a pretty introspective sound, one some critics thought might turn her fans off. Instead, Joanne has scored Gaga her 4th #1 album.
I think it is hard for them at times to, you know, change from album to album, because I go through quite a transformation, and that's just the way I am as an artist. You know, they have to kind of let go of the last era of music.
When you were promoting your last album, you wore the world's first flying dress. And
I
this,
have to laugh.
and this time, it's dive bars is how you're sort of releasing it.
Can't wait to get you shook up faster.
There's just something so fantastic and wonderful and humbling about being in a dive bar where I started making music and being able to sing this music up close and personal to the fans, looking them in the eye for the first time when they hear it. It reminds me that if this were all to go away tomorrow, all the big success, that I would still be very happy. Going from bar to bar, playing music for people.
Would you really?
Yes. The reason that I'm here at all is because of my relationship with my family and their encouragement of me to be a musician and to work hard. So as long as I stay there in that space, I can do anything. That's my truth.
Staying in that space wasn't always easy. Her debut album, The Fame, was a huge hit. But Gaga had trouble washing off the persona she had created, even for her own parents.
I used to come home and I think my mom used to watch me have a real hard time washing it off, you know? I'd keep the wigs on and keep the makeup on and keep the outfits on. And I was always trying to, I never wanted to let my fans down. I always wanted them to see me in my art form.
The only place Lady Gaga could be Stephanie Germanotta was behind the closed doors of her own home.
I'm very acutely aware that once I cross that property line, I'm not free anymore. As soon as I go out into the world, I belong in a way to everyone else. It's legal to follow me. It's legal to stalk me at the beach. I can't call the police or ask them to leave. And I took a long, hard look at that property line and I said, well, you know, if I can't be free out there, I'm gonna be free in here.
And that's what this album is? Getting to do whatever you want to do.
Yes, sir.
And not what people are expecting or imposing on you to do.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Is it emotional because you feel just that weight on you all the time? That fame is just...
I miss people. Sorry.
Here you go.
I miss people.
Just having normal conversations with people?
Yeah, I miss people. I miss, you know, going anywhere and meeting a random person and saying hi and having a conversation about life. I love people.
The one barrier fame didn't put up was between her and her family, especially her father, Joe.
Making your dad happy is especially for an Italian Catholic girl, I'll tell you. It feels really good. And I feel that today. You know, all the awards in the world, you can get into all the nightclubs, they'll send you the nicest clothes. Nothing better than walking into your dad's restaurant and seeing a smile on his face and knowing that your mom and dad and your sister are real proud of you and that, you know, you haven't lost touch with who you are. That, for me, is real success.
In February, she'll take all she's learned from these smaller stages to the biggest stage of all, the Super Bowl halftime show, where she says it's all in play.
Yeah, I always say you got to play a dive bar like you play an arena, and you play an arena like you play a dive bar. Have a good day, sir.
And it turns out she knows how to play Central Park, too.
Is it? Oh, you married? Oh! See, all you need is love, right? That's all you need.
You gonna get on the back?
Yeah.
As she left, she saw a man with a bike and hopped on. Only Lady Gaga would make an exit, side saddle, in a pink dress and heels, and somehow make it seem normal.
You gotta love New York.
There we go.